Hey, 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 friends and family. Welcome on in to Transcending Love. How we doing? How we doing? Hopefully everybody is fabulous. I am. If you are returning, thank you and welcome. If you are new, thank you and welcome to you too. My name is Nettie, and I am here as a guide and coach showing you the vastness of the universe that is you through channeled messages guided by spirit into self love. It's a little bit of a new uh, introductory piece there for you. I want to be sure that I'm capturing the sentiment of what is happening because I'm not just channeling messages from spirit, which is in large part what I was saying for majority of the videos prior to this. But I stand as a guide and a coach and light for all of us to get to where we're going in this place of elevated expansion and awareness by way of self love, sacredness by way of self love. Anyway, now that we got that out the way, I have some more messages. Yeah. Some more messages. And yeah, I got a little. I almost took it off so y'all couldn't see. But I was doing a little planning too. But y'all see my little fake drawing. But this is the download I was getting. It don't well, it does have something to do with that. But since I am not an artiste in that capacity, that's not the. Let me see what is I'm looking for. Um, Drawing is not my area of genius. So I got a little something right here going on that only I know and can interpret. But it works because I'm the only one that need to be able to see it. But or interpret it. But I want to say, yesterday or last night at some point, I don't believe it was today. Maybe it was last night. Anyway, I saw you all in the Astral, and I was getting some downloads based off of what I saw. So what I saw was there is this park that I frequent, and in that park there is a trail for walking, jogging, biking, whatever. Um, Along the trail, it has mile markers, so you know the status of your trip or trail journey at that point. We'll say journey or adventure. Whatever your adventure point is, it shows you as you reach each milestone. So, in this astral realm, I was seeing that you were running along this path, along this trail, and you kept getting further and further away from your starting point. But the further you got away, you would return to check the distance, it checked the mile markers to see how far you had actually gone. You kept forgetting, so you had to keep returning to recalculate. It didn't take away from how far you had gone, it just served as a reminder or a recalibration, is what I was being told. So, and I kept seeing even every time you would return, like your starting point was at this bridge. And this is significant of the places that you've already been. that bridged you to this point, and the bridge that gets you to all of the points going forward. So in that, spirit was is saying, um, you were revisiting the mile markers, and that was serving to recalibrate, to recalculate, and to recalculate, to recalibrate. And essentially, those were points that helped you to see. They gave you insight, but this is what spirit was saying. As you run ahead in life, you will face times that cause you to retrace them to the mile markers, to remind yourself how far you've actually come. It will be propellant to push you forward to the next, open quote, scary, end quote, um, bigger place. You are well within your right to return, to go. Return so you can go. Return when necessary, every time. Returning will give you clarity for and towards the next forward movement. So there is no faster guide than the places you've already been and conquered. Proof of one conquest is the proof of concept. And that proof of concept gets you to the next. Conquest can be enjoyable. Remember how you felt starting and as you changed yourself through those, and how you carried yourself through those. The person you had to become. Remember and wield your power. This is your personal scoreboard. No need to compete with anyone else. Revisit your track record at the opportune time. So, Spirit is wanting me to make sure that you know that revisiting this place, or all of these places, as you have gone forward, is not to present to you challenges for you to return and get stuck at once more, but more so for you to be able to see how far you've gone. It doesn't subtract anything, it doesn't take away anything for you to revisit those times, so long as you don't go back and get stuck. But the way it was being presented is not something that you could have gotten stuck on, because you had already conquered those mile markers. You'd already conquered those places and spaces in this realm. You'd already accomplished a great measure of success in relation to those different places. So, Spirit was also pressing on it being a propellant, and you recognizing that even at those points when you were first starting on those parts of the adventure, you felt a way. You had a number of different and varying emotions, and it was scary and it was unknown, and you didn't quite understand the next movements, next steps, what would work or what wouldn't work. You didn't understand any of those things at the time where you were at the front of those different mile markers. but you went on anyway to see what the end was going to be. You went on and tried to figure out all of those next steps, and you did. That is what gave you the stellar track record, is what I'm hearing, that you have. That is how you have obtained and reached this measure of success. Also, Spirit is saying it gives you time and force. That's for somebody. Somebody will connect with that. Often, we're not revisiting our accomplishments. We're not revisiting the history of success that we have. Uh, I'm hearing we're making the mistake of judging ourselves at the current place because we aren't at the next place. So we're not giving enough credence, enough consideration to the things we've actually already successfully accomplished. We're not considering them as success. So, Spirit wants you to be sure to count it all as a means and measure of success. By virtue of the fact that you are where you are, you've made it this far, you have not given up, and you're still in the land of the living, you have accomplished many things. Whether you consider them great or you consider them small, Spirit considers them all great, as you should. So, Spirit wants to make sure at this time that you are digging deep. And it's digging deep because some of you aren't accustomed to counting up every measure of success. And if you would, as soon as you do that, you'll realize, damn, I've really been killing it out here. Sure, you are not exactly where you want to be, and that's fine. But also, when you get to your next place of success, you still won't be at the place that you're desiring and working toward at that time. So it's important for you to make sure, I'm here, make for damn sure that you are counting every measure of success along the way. You are celebrating yourself and your accomplishments because you really are doing it. You are not just sitting on your hands hoping for the best, but you're actually working toward the next thing. There is forward momentum, it's progression. So just make sure that you are counting it all. That's going to be very significant for you. So the other thing about this next place that you are entering in life, Spirit says to find something else to do. And what's meant by that is you're currently working on something that's fairly new, or a redirection is what I'm hearing on something that you had previously started but are just now picking back up to complete or get started on again. um Spirit is saying work on other things, an alternate way of doing things. Whatever the thing is that you can't quite figure out in this place, make it a more simplified way first. The more elaborate idea or the more elaborate way will come later. And Spirit is saying or was saying at that point, still, you want it to be a certain way, which is fine, but don't let your perfectionism get in the way of your progress. The look is not as important as the value. The value stands alone. Keep it simple and release it. It's going to do better than you think. You have time to tweak it later. So that speaks to this measure of perfectionism that often gets in the way. Perfectionism can get in the way, and it will often look like procrastination, and it'll often look like analysis paralysis. But ultimately, there is a belief system in there that is telling you that you cannot do it. So it presents as those things to stall you out. Don't let it. Don't let it. You have this. And that is another reason why Spirit is having you to go back and keep track of the measure of success that you've already had and checking those mile markers, because perfectionism is wrapped up in, I'm hearing a lower self belief. And it always begins to subconsciously turn your attention to finer details, to critique and to criticize and to keep you stagnant. And the more you do that, the more you are procrastinating and you're avoiding doing the thing because it seems so hard. It's a really big and conflated issue now. And now you can't. It'll never make it. It'll never succeed. It won't be a success. All of these things begin to play in a loop, and you find yourself in this cyclic behavior, stuck still, and yet again in the place that you've not been able to navigate from. Don't allow that this time. Make it simple. You have enough time. This is something that you are working on, that you will continue to work on. And because that is the case, you have the amount of time necessary to tweak it and learn more along the way and figure out how to accomplish and navigate the more elaborate design that you would like, or more elaborate display that you would like, is what I'm hearing as well. So, Spirit wants to elaborate on that. You will find out so much more on the way than you will ever find out in the same position. Standing still. This is the analogy. Spirit is saying you'll find out so much more when you begin to walk with each step than you will just standing in one place, not moving. So bear that in mind as you go forward, and you are reflecting on and returning to these mile markers in your life. See them as milestones, see them as success and accomplishments. That way you can build your way up. That is going to be nurturing to you. That is going to be fuel to you, a propellant, as Spirit was saying. You need that measure of self-love. Perfectionism can easily pull you away from self-love and get you into criticalness of yourself and keep you stagnant. Don't let it. You are in this new place. The fortune has changed for you. It's time to go. I'm hearing it's go time. So let's go. And that's the message. I leave you this message in love and in light only and always. And I wish you the best. And I wish for you the greatest measure of success in every step of the way. Run back to the mile markers. Check your progress. Let it fuel you. Let it nurture you. Let it love on you and be nourishment to your soul, so that you continue to run on to see what the end is going to be. Anyway, love and light only and always. Until next time. Toodles.